What's happening, guys? We are back at it with this 2019 CLA 250, and I want to take you guys on a tour with all the things that matter so you understand what you're getting into when you spend $40,000 on an entry-level Mercedes-Benz. In the front, we have a beautiful Mercedes-Benz grille with great contoured lines that go up the hood to the roof of the vehicle, making a nice, modern, slick look, accented with a premium package with 17-inch 5-spoke rims, powered all-wheel drive. Alright guys, so we are here in the back of the CLA 250, and I just want to continue to show you the accent lines, and I love the tail light that accentuates into the rear end of the vehicle, and of course accented by nice chrome trim. And going into the trunk, you have 13.1 cubic feet of space, giving you plenty of room for luggage, golf bags, and other things to store. Alright, so we're back here in the CLA 250, and I am 5'8". I'm not the tallest in the world, but if you're taller than me, you're going to have quite an issue back here. I will say, though, this seat in front of me is set for my setting while I was sitting in the front earlier. So the seat and position of my legs have a decent amount of room. The only issue that I do have back here is my headroom. I can definitely hit my head if we hit a big bump or something like that on the ceiling of this vehicle. But we should go check out the front. Check it out. In the front here, I'm in the driver's seat, and I just want to quickly show you some of the dash features. Leather wrapped steering wheel, kind of nice. Good buttons. Door is in a good position. Center console is in a good position. Plenty of room for cup holders and storage. And I love the convenience of the automatic climate control system right here. In the middle, you have your radio settings and telephone settings, heated seats if you have the premium package, and then a great infotainment system right here, which we can go over. And the dash is plastic. One thing I like is that it does have a leather trim on the dash here and on the doors, and it is leather stitched. But what I don't like is on the bottom here is a very hard plastic. So if you are tall and you're sitting in the front, your leg is going to hit this and it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. But it's what it is when you're buying an entry-level Mercedes-Benz. So let's go take this thing for a drive and see how she feels on the road. Alright guys, so we're back in this CLA 250, and we're going to give you 5 positive and 5 negative things about this vehicle that we like, don't like, and what you should look for in the new 2020 model. So let's start with the 5 negative, right? Because we want to just get those out of the way. The first thing is, if you're a tall adult, over 5'8" in my case, 5'11" in Joe's case, and you want to drive around with people and company in your car, it's going to be very, very hard for you to do that. There's really not that much leg room to accommodate a driver of 5'11" in the front and a grown adult like myself in the back. There's already a limited amount of headroom in that back seat, so keep that into consideration. Number 2, everything in here is Mercedes, so the turn single stock, the gear shifter, the steering wheel, really nice, okay? It's leather stitched all around you in the premium package, on the door and on the seat. The seats are very comfortable in here, and I do like that. There's a few things that I don't like. The steering wheel and where my knee sits, there's the door panel that protrudes, okay? And it's not really all that padded. So you have hard plastic under the leather that's stitched, so it looks good, including the dash, as you saw earlier, but it hurts. It's really not that good. A couple other bad things, negative things. You have limited visibility if you're an adult-sized person and the sunscreen is down. It's very hard to see out of the front, and of course out of the rear. The way the car is shaped, the rear window is small, so the blind spots are fairly impactful on your drivability and usability. So that's not really a fun thing to do. Though if you do have the package, you do have blind spot protection, so that's a good thing. Maintenance costs?
Maintenance costs was something I was going to mention, yeah. Yeah,
so Joe was saying earlier that when he goes to get this car, an oil change, it can cost anywhere from $150 to $180 to change the oil. This is a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It probably takes 4 quarts of oil, or 5 quarts of oil on the max. So it's really very expensive and costly to maintain this thing for a 4-cylinder engine.
And then I guess that was about 4 negative things. So I guess the 5th and final negative thing is the car itself is kind of outdated. At least from my point of view, I believe, like I may have said earlier, the car came out in like 2011, 2012 originally. We're in 2019 now. The car has not had a refresh, so it just feels very dated in here with the center console and everything, the infotainment system. With the new model coming out in 2020, there probably is going to be a refresh there,
Sure.
Or there definitely will be.
We already know.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks nice.
So that'll definitely help the styling of the car on the interior and everything. But in regards to what we currently have, it just feels outdated. Just feels like it needs something new, and Mercedes kind of neglected it for a couple years.
Yeah. Well, for them it was selling, so like don't fix what's not broken kind of thing.
Yeah.
But on the positive side, there's a couple positive sides. You, like I said just a few minutes ago, you do have leather stitching everywhere. You have comfortable steering wheel. You have great fuel economy. You get about 32 to 35 miles to the gallon on the highway. And granted, you're getting that kind of gas mileage with an all-wheel drive car. So those are some really nice things to note. You know, the 4-cylinder engine does perform fairly well on fuel.
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely some negatives and positives to every car.
Right.
This car, you know, does have its fair share of negatives about it, but it definitely has a fair share of positives. Like Kyle was just saying, the fuel economy. When you put it in sport mode, it is pretty quick. It can pick up if it needs to. I mean, it's only 208 horsepower, so it's not like lightning fast. You're not going to be like, oh, blowing people away, but it's quick enough. It's going to get the job done as a daily driver. And then, you know, in regards to like overall styling and everything like that, the outside of the car does look nice, and things like that. So it does have its pros and it does have its cons. So this video is just to help you guys try to make an informed decision on if you're looking.
Things that matter.
Exactly.
Just the things. Nice sunroof here. I mean, there's some nice features to this car if you're daily driving it to work. Overall, guys, you're gonna pay about $4.25 on a lease deal for this thing. So as an entry-level luxury car, it's there. Do they miss out on some of the details? Absolutely. But then again, you're not paying, you know, $800 a month to get those things. So you kind of get what you pay for. So we're gonna leave you off on that. Those are the 5 good things, 5 bad things. And we hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feedback. Love interacting with you guys. Please hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel because we have a lot of fun, interactive content coming your way. So we appreciate you guys watching this. We'll see you next time.